Tucked away behind high walls and factory gates lies a place where fire meets form. An art foundry that, at first glance, seems forgotten by time. But step inside and you'll find a world of molten magic where bronze breathes life into imagination. One is drawn to this place not for its polish, but for its soul. This presentation is a tribute to the quiet brilliance of a man, his craft, and the beauty that rises from chaos. Renzo doesn't just inhabit the foundry, he consumes it, breathes it, and somehow exudes it from every flamboyant gesture. He's a man who seems forged from the same molten bronze he works with, unpredictable, elemental, and impossible to ignore. His presence fills the space like smoke, thick, lingering, and oddly comforting. Visitors occasionally wander in, drawn by curiosity or perhaps the scent of something ancient in the air. Renzo welcomes them with theatrical ease, launching into explanations of the casting process with the flair of a seasoned performer. He doesn't just inform, he captivates. And suddenly the chaos around him makes perfect sense. You don't just learn how bronze is poured, you feel the heat, the weight, the story behind every sculpture. The foundry itself is a kind of curated chaos, a place where rust and beauty cohabit. Amidst the clang of metal and the scent of scorched earth, a few dogs lounge with the serenity of creatures who know they belong. They aren't pedigreed or pampered, they're streetwise mutts, likely scooped up by Renzo in a moment of impulsive compassion. And yet here they are, perfectly at ease in the madness. There's something poetic about it all, the dogs, the dust, the man in his element. Renzo doesn't just make art, he lives inside it. And if you listen closely, you'll hear the rhythm of his world in every bark, every hammer strike. Renzo doesn't just translate an artist's vision, he interprets it, like a jazz musician riffing off a melody. The artist speaks in emotion, gesture, sometimes silence. Renzo listens with his whole body. He doesn't need diagrams, he needs to feel it. The foundry is a symphony of chaos. Wax figures lie in wait like ghosts of future sculptures. Workers move through the clutter with muscle memory, dodging cords, stepping over molds. Everything accomplished here comes about through human labor. There is no automation, no machinery. Everything that is done happens by the hands of laborers and craftsmen. Hearts, muscles, and strong limbs power this creative space, as will also be seen in the foundry. But the key role of handwork is also seen in the skilled and painstaking making of molds, and in the careful finishing of the castings. As a result of the focus on artistry and craftsmanship, no two works are the same. The outcome are unique works that are inspired by artists, guided by Renzo's creative spirit, and made by skilled workmen and craftsmen. Renzo is everywhere, checking a mold, laughing with a welder, arguing with a crucible. It's not management, it's communion. Tension rises. It's time for casting. The furnace roars to life, a beast fed with fire. Bronze melts into a glowing liquid sun. The air thickens with heat, smoke, and the metallic tang of dust. Workers wear masks, but the smell seeps through. Burnt wax, scorched earth, the scent of transformation. Renzo stands close, too close, but he's part of it. He watches the pour, like a priest at a ritual. The bronze flows into the mold, hissing, spitting, claiming its shape. There's no room for hesitation. Once the metal moves, it's all instinct. Timing, temperature, tilt. It's a dance with gravity and flame. And when it's done, the mold cools, the dust settles, and something permanent has been born.
Renzo doesn't talk about pride, he shows it. In the corner of the foundry, beneath layers of soot and sunlight, stand the statues. Some are monumental, figures frozen mid-stride. Faces etched with emotion. Others are intimate, a head, a foot, a gesture, a fragment of a dream. Each one carries the fingerprint of the artist, but also the soul of the foundry. Renzo touches the bronze, not to check for flaws, but to reconnect. These aren't just commissions. They're stories he helped tell. He remembers the artist's voice, the wax model's fragility, the heat of the pour. And now, here they are, solid, eternal. Visitors come and go. Some admire, some critique. Renzo listens, nods, sometimes shrugs. But when no one's watching, he smiles, not because the statue is perfect, but because it exists. Because he helped bring it into the world. He lives for this, not the accolades, not the money. For the moment the bronze cools and the vision becomes real. For the art that outlives him. We are amazed by the energy of the foundry, the flames and the molten metal, the drama of the casting and the resulting artworks. But spend time in the workshop, and the more you explore among the strange and arcane, you will find interesting unfinished castings. Tools of every age and description, neatly mounted on a wall waiting to be used. You will be intrigued by the dirty but magical framed mirror that captures the casual chaos of the workshop darkly in its rough and dirty frame, and also moments of random creativity, such as the welding helmet, beautifully painted with flames, casually perched on a gas bottle. The foundry is as interesting as its artistic products, and in the end you come to realize that the seeming chaos is not disorganization or carelessness, but the manifestation of the creative energy that drives this unique and fascinating place.